March of the Seasons. And so this one deals more with length of day. There are some videos that are attached in the actual document itself. Obviously, when I print it out, I can't click on it, although that'd be kind of cool. That's probably the next thing they'll figure out is how to make the paper hyperlinkable, and then ooh, this little hologram will pop up. Okay, I'm getting too crazy. So on this one, it just asks you again to answer some questions. So what season are you experiencing on August 16th? What is the day length like during the season? What are 3 key observations you can make about your daily routine? So what do you do in the summer versus other times of the year? So then you're going to label, you know, again, reinforcing where these things are located. The important thing in this particular one, believe it or not, comes at the end, and that's with this using the analemma. So if you saw the Vsauce video, they talked a little bit about the analemma. It's the idea that if you were to go outside every day and take a picture of the sun at its apex, so when the sun reaches its highest point, one would imagine if you went outside and you stood there and you took a photo every day, that what you would get is something where the sun just keeps getting higher, and then other times of the year where it gets, you know, lower to the horizon. So, but that's not really what happens. What happens is this: the sun actually traces a pattern like this throughout the year, actually like this. But so if you were to take a picture, you would actually see that the sun's position isn't always directly over your head. It kind of does this kind of thing for a while, and then it goes this way, and then it comes this way. And so just imagine these are suns, and this is if you were to take a picture, right? And that has to do with the what we call the declination of the sun, where the sun is directly overhead, right? So on the solstices, it's going to be directly over one of the tropics, and on the equinoxes it's directly over the equator, right? So this is how you use the analemma. So we're gonna pick today because we can. So today is February the 25th. So if I look down here, and here's the 25th right here, and lucky for us it's on a line, so that means it's here. The direct rays of the sun, where if I were to go outside at noon and I was at this particular location, I would have no shadow, appears to be 9 degrees south. Here's the equator here. So 9 degrees south. So had I been at 9 degrees south today, anywhere on that particular line of latitude, at any longitude at that latitude, at noon, I would have had no shadow, which is kind of a crazy idea. I've never been to a place like that. I've always wanted to visit, but I'd have to be somewhere in the tropics, essentially. Maybe I could go to Hawaii. It's actually coming up. I should go to Hawaii. That'd be kind of cool. Be like, hey, let's go to Hawaii. Oh wait, I can't fly in a plane right now. I wouldn't get there on a boat fast. Oh, okay. So, so that's how you do the analemma. It's literally that straightforward. So, you know, we can pick any day. So April 3rd. So March, April, here's the 10th. So here's the 5th. So this is like April 3rd right in here. And if I go over here, it looks like it's between 4 and 5. So I'd say 4.5 degrees north, because now we're north of the equator. So why is this important? Because that will help us calculate the sun's solar angle altitude, how high in the sky it gets. So this March of the Seasons one, you're supposed to, it asks for like January 1st, February 15th. It says use a ruler or a piece of paper, which you can do also. So I guess I should have demonstrated it that way. So we'll do January 1st. Okay, so here's January. way down here, right? So here's January the 1st-ish, right here. So if I use this, like here, and so it looks like this right here, this is the Tropic of Capricorn, so that's 23.5. So it looks like I'm at about 23 degrees south. So in the 12 days or so, let's see, the 20th to the 31st is 11 plus 1. Yeah, so in the 12 days since the winter solstice for us, it's moved about a half a degree. And you can see that it speeds up, which is kind of interesting. That has to do with the gravitational pull of the sun. We kind of get slingshotted around the sun, technically speaking. So this is the one that's included with your paper. This is just one that I printed. This is the one that I like to use on the test. And when I give you the test questions, there'll be a picture like this. So if you have the ability to print it out, you can. You can also do it online with, you can just line your paper up on the screen and still see the same thing. Just make sure that, your ink pen isn't permanent. I've done that one too many times, written on my screen with a permanent marker. Housemates don't appreciate that much. This is just practice so that you can do well on your quiz and your test. Okay.